Hey guys. Hey you guys. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning. Gonna talk about my Clarice. We're gonna talk about my Clarice, y'all. Oh, y'all already know somebody was going to come in the video and in the comment box and say some negative stuff. But again, that's their opinion. So however you may feel about my little Clarice, as I stated, I'm going to wait until it fall apart. And that's what I'm going to do. If you got problem with Clarice, hey Clarice, somebody came into the comment box and talked about you. They was talking about you, Clarice. This is Clarice, y'all. And I told y'all I'm going to rock Clarice until Clarice fall to pieces. And once Clarice fall to pieces, then I'll just go into my wig bag and I'll just place another one on. Madonna, Shakira, Shakrisha, Letitia, whatever the names of the wigs are in my bag. Okay, so the person said, ignorantly in the bushes, grill, grill, before you go talking business about somebody that you don't know. Girl, what is wrong with that wig? Because that wig is a mess. I'm a cash app you. No, sis, don't cash app me. Cash your damn self. You might be the one need some damn sneakers and some drawers and some soap and water. Okay, how about that? Did you get that? I hope you got that message. So your comment is your comment. Your opinion is your opinion. But my opinion is, and what I'm gonna say is, I'm gonna rock Clarissa till she fall apart. Well, she almost there. Hey, but then my baby, and I'm gonna rock her. So what's up, everybody? Welcome, 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 welcome back to the channel. Good morning to each and every one of you, the new subscribers and my already subscribers who have been riding with Anastasia GHIRADELLI'S world from day one to now. Continue to rock and ride with me, guys, because I love you all so very much. And I'm not just saying that because you guys subscribe to my channel. I'm saying it because I have deep love for my yums. Now, okay, the reason why I'm coming in today. Let's see if I can move this back a little bit because I don't feel like holding this darn phone. Yeah, I'm a big girl. Okay? So the reason why I am coming in today, guys. Oh yeah, and I forgot to tell you guys that another in the bushes, hiding in the bushes, said to me, how you gonna sit up there and you gonna talk about Walter and Cindy's relationship and you don't even know them. So I kind of paraphrasing because I can't remember. I have to go back to the comment box. And what, you mad? Who mad? Me? Hey, me? Oh, hell to the mother flipping no. Mad at what? What I'm mad about? What he got? What she got? Okay? This is a topic channel. I quote unquote state that each and every time I come on here. This is a topic channel, and if I see something that meets the eye, I'm going to address it. If I hear something that enter my ear, I'm going to speak on it. Yes. Okay. Did I state some, opinions about Walter and Sin City? I did. I did. It's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. I don't think there's no love there. Now, someone did come into the comment box yesterday when I made the last video, and I was saying something about where is Sin City's mother, her daughter, I guess, her siblings. Now, it was said to me in the comment box that Sin City mother and daughter, they had attended some other gathering that they had, and they all became sick. I don't know what the situation may have been, or I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to put something on someone that I don't know anything about. But I am going to say this, I hope that the family is okay. I do have love and concern, and consideration and compassion in my heart. I don't want to speak negative against someone being sick, you know. So I hope they're all feeling better. But at any rate, the person says, the other one says, the one that spoke about Claritha. Then my baby, then my baby, then my baby. Not gonna keep on wearing Claritha till Claritha fall apart. Do you agree? Now, you don't have to agree with Anastasia Ghirardelli's World, Yum Yums. You could tell me, hey, Anastasia Ghirardelli's World, yeah, it is about time for you to get another Claritha. Well, guys, my Yum Yums, I love you guys so much, but Claritha's not going nowhere. She's not going anywhere. You know Tabitha Brown from YouTube, from Facebook. She speaks about Donna, but that's her hair, Donna. Now, I have Cynthia under here, which means my little bit of hair that's under here. It's not a whole bunch of hair, but it's enough to put in a ponytail. And I quote, and I told you guys that. But at any rate, yes, I did speak about Sin City and Walter. I did. As well as everyone else made videos about Sin City and Walter. But you guys already know that you're going to find 1, 2, 3, or 4, or 5 ignorances in your comment box. But I cannot get mad at them because they're just stating their opinion. They stated their opinion about Claritha. Well, Claritha said, get on off my back because she ain't going nowhere. I'm going to stay on top of Anastasia Ghirardelli's World head until I fall apart. How about that? You got that? Butter flippers? Okay. But anyway, so let's speak a little bit about relationships. And let me just quote unquote let you guys know. Another person came into my comment box, and which it was none of my Yum Yums, stated that how could you speak about Sin City and Walter's relationship, about them, breaking up and then getting back together, him being her ex, and then they wound up back together. You spoke about your ex. You speak about your ex, so how could you? Yes, I did speak about my ex. And if I want to speak about him again, I'm going to do that. Yeah, I'm going to do that. If I want to speak about him again, I'm going to do that. Why? Because this is a topic channel. Why? Because I have stories to tell. Okay? Now, as far as Sin City and Walter is concerned, listen. That's on those people. If they choose to break up and wind up back together, that's on them. But I know for one thing for certain, 2 things for sure. For me, I would never, ever go back to this man. Because this man was fornicating, promiscuous, infidelity on his wife with me. And her, and her, and her, and her. And out of, what do you call that? I don't know what you call it when you, I guess you would call it like, he had a baby out of his marriage. I forgot the word for it, so don't come for me. Okay? The ones that's hiding in the bitches. Because I know my Yum Yums got my back. Y'all got my back, Yum Yums. I love my Yum Yums so much. But yeah, so I spoke about my ex. Of course I did. I had stories to tell. I wanted to talk to my Yum Yums and express to them and let them know what I've been through in a relationship that made, I don't feel bitter or hatred towards him, but he could never, ever, ever approach me in no kind of matter, no kind of way. If I was to see him on the street, yes, I would speak. If I would see him with another woman, I would speak. Even if I see him with his wife, I would speak. Now, I know what his wife looked like. Now, the girl that had the baby, I don't know what she looks like in the flesh, but let me tell you something. Like I told you guys, God reveals all things, and he revealed her in the dream. And I've seen her just as plain as I'm sitting here talking to you guys on this YouTube. Okay? Yes, I did speak about my ex. What about it, my dear? The one said, you're talking about Sin City and Walter, and you got the audacity to sit there and call the kettle black? Sort of kind of paraphrasing, guys. Yeah, I did speak about my ex. And as I said again, if I want to speak about him again, I'm going to speak about him again. Okay, but that's here or there. You know what I mean? I have no reason at all right now to speak about him. But let me tell you about relationships. I feel as though when someone angers you, your boyfriend angers you, your husband, your fiance, however you want to call it, angers you. Excuse me. I'm always coming with a belch, guys, but that's a good thing to belch because it gives you air, you know what I mean? It gives you more space, to digest your food or whatever, or if you want to consume something else. I am not eating anything else this morning. I had 3 blueberry waffles with some sugar-free syrup on there, and they were good. And I had me a half a cup of coffee, and you guys already know. Anastasia had my water on deck. Let me see. Did I finish drinking it all? I have just a little bit more in the cup. I took my meds and everything. I washed up and I put my clothes on, as you guys can see. But anyway, let me get back to this before this camera decides it wants to do a rendezvous on me and cut off. I feel as though when you're mad at your boyfriend, your fiance, your husband, we tend to say things. We tend to speak out of character. We tend to call one another names and everything like that. We tend to do that because we're so angered and we're so upset and we're so bitter with them at the moment that we, get into our little altercation, our argumental type of thing. We tend to say things about each other or, call each other out of their names and stuff like that. But in the end, some people, some women, some men, in the end, when you realize how you approached that argument, how you were so argumentative with them, you think about it. Some do. Like, wow, why did I just do that? You know what I mean? Oh, I feel so bad that I said that. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. I was just so angry. I just wanted to say, yes, okay, I get that. That Sin City was angered because of the Nisha situation and stuff like that with Walter. But remember, no one is going to do no more to you than you allow them to do. If you allow them to do it, they're going to do it. If you allow yourself to be violated, manipulated, and used and abused, they're going to do it. You have to learn to put a handle on that. Now, with the situation with me and my friend, I couldn't take anymore. I took as much as I can take, and I stepped away from the plate. And this is it. This has been since 2000, I want to say 2016. 2016. So that's like precise to be almost 5 years that we have not related or seen each other, talked to each other, called each other, Skyped each other, duo each other, IMO each other. None of that. Text each other. Nothing. It is completely done, finished, and over with. Now, whatever he's out there doing, if he's still alive and well, kudos to him, and God continue to cover him in the blood and keep him safe from hurt, harm, and danger. That's his life now. Now, is he still with wifey? I have no clue. You know what I mean? I have no clue. But, yeah, we tend to say things out of complete anger. But in the end, we somehow, some way, we sit back and we collect our thoughts and we think about it and say, damn, why did I just do that? Why did I say that? I don't even really, oh my God, I didn't really mean to say that. But who's gonna be the person to step up to the plate and break the ice and come to apologize? Is it going to be the woman or is it going to be the man? Majority of the time, from my perspective, majority of the time, I don't know. Let's just say half and half. The man, he may come to a babe, I'm sorry for what I've said, what I've done. And the woman might go to the man and say, baby, I was just angry, you hurt me, and I felt like you were, cheating on me, and I felt like you were, you were out there and you were doing this and you were doing that, and so I was so angry, I just had to just lash out at you. Okay, but this is my theory. When you know that it is over, when you have no more love, no more compassion, no more anything, just no more. There's no more. When there's no more and the continuous arguments just keep continuing day in, day out, 24/7, and you see that this thing is not getting any better, you find yourself, the boyfriend or the husband sleeping in the other room, you know what I mean? Or if you're sleeping in the same room and in the same bed, you're not relating to each other. You're not touching each other. You're not making love to each other. Your back is turned, their back is turned. It tells you something. It tells you that this thing is not working. You have done and did all you can to make this relationship work. But for whatever reason, you lose love. You lose compassion. You know what I mean? You lose this all. After a while, you just start, disconnecting from one another. That's when the arguments come in. That's when the biggest discrepancy may lead to, fighting and calling cops on each other and stuff like that. Now, when that happens, it is time to step out of the relationship, because What I mean is, if you don't step out of it, if it comes to that point and it's becoming that bad, something very, very much so bad can happen. Somebody can seriously, physically get hurt. So then to go through that and to stress yourself trying to make a relationship work when you know it is bitter, you know what I mean? And it doesn't necessarily have to be about another woman all the time or another man all the time. You understand what I'm saying? Like women, it doesn't have to be about your man messing around with another woman, or men. It doesn't have to mean that the woman is messing around with another man. You know, sometimes if you be together for so many years, you just lose that love and affection and compassion for your mate. It becomes bitter. You don't feel the same way you feel about them. You don't caress them. You don't hold them. You don't make love to them like you used to. You lose the feeling for them. You know what I mean? You just lose that feeling for them. And that's what I'm saying in reference to Cindy and Walter. Now, do I believe that Cindy loves Walter? My opinion, and I'm sticking to it, and I'm not going to change it. No, I don't believe she loves him. I really don't believe that she loves him. She may be in like with him. She may sort of kind of, well, care for him. But to say in love with him, my opinion, I don't think so. Now, on the other hand, is Walter in love with Cindy? I'm beginning to think this thing is a tick for a tack. I don't know. He may love her, or he may be in love with her, or just in like. You know what I mean? But he probably, somebody said that he was forced into marrying her. I don't know that. I don't know that. I'm not going to put that out there like that. Whatever, however it may have went, these two were like biting at each other's throat. Biting at each other's throat. And I guess, like I said, when you're angry, you seem to say some of the nastiest, raunchiest things out of your mouth. And in the end, do you realize what you said and what you've done, and you want to make an apology for it? Some do and some don't. I'm just saying. And like Cindy said some things, about Walter. It could have been just out of anger because of, the animosity between him going to Nisha, going about the other girl, this, that, and the other. And it could have been that Walter, felt the same way. Cindy, she did relate to some man that who was in the market, and she went over his crib and this, that, and the other. Do I think that all that should have been about and came up on the camera? No, I don't. See, sometimes people put too much of their business out on social media, letting people know their whole life history. Now, do I think it was fair that she sat in this other man's house and even flipped the camera over on him slightly and put it up on social media? No, I don't. I don't agree with that. Was it right for Walter to say the things that he said? Oh, I would never go back to Sin City. I ain't going back there. I don't want to go back there. But in the end, guess what happened, guys? Where is Walter now? He's with Sin City. Yeah. Now, do I think that Sin City thinks of only herself materialistically, financially, money-wise, the dainty, sophisticated, stuck-up type of conceited person? I do. Because when I was watching one of her videos earlier today, and she was talking to Walter, and she was telling him that, some of the subscribers are saying that they think that you're having silent seizures. Now, Walter do seem to stare off, and he said, it was only because I was thinking something, and then I realized I was recording. Well, Walter, my dear, it doesn't have to be silent seizures, but there's clearly something going on there. There's definitely something going on there, because I've seen you pause and go into a daze lots of times on your videos. I don't know if that's normal or not. I think that you probably should go and see about that, because in your recording, all of a sudden you're going to a stare like that, like. Oh, so how y'all doing today? How's everybody doing out there? I hope everybody well out there. I hope all is well, y'all. He goes into a stare, but I don't call that silent seizures. That's not a silent seizure. You know what I mean? And so the whole time that Sin City was sitting there and she was talking about this, let me show you guys. The camera was focused all on her. hmm All on her with the braids. Let's just say this is my braids. Well, baby, the camera was focused on her. Like, look at me. I'm the high yellow, sophisticated, conceited Sin City. Just saying. I don't know if the lady's conceited or whatever, but you can clearly see that she's into herself. She's in love with herself. And why not be in love with yourself? You're supposed to be in love with yourself. But when you're taking it a little too far, like beyond measure, it's a bit much. So to speak about relationships, if you're not happy in a relationship and you see that this thing is not, it's just not going right. You guys are starting to rip each other's throats out and arguing, and he gets mad and he leave for 2 and 3 days, or you put him out, or then he comes back. No, we don't know what they're out there doing. No, we don't know who they're out there, and they might smash and come back and then smash you. And next thing you know, you're sick and you don't even know what the hell is wrong with you. Now you're feeling funny down there, girls, and now you need to go to the doctor, and then the doctor hits you with some shit. You know what I'm saying? He hits you with some stuff and saying, mm-hmm, I need to tell you this. You need to get your partner in here because you have so and so and so and so and so on. Hey, gods. Like I told you guys, I've seen the story about that where the young lady who was in love with her boyfriend, I'm not sure if he was a husband, she was in love with her boyfriend. Now, she cheated maybe once or twice. He cheated multiple times. They kept going back and forth. They couldn't get along, but then they wound up back together. Of course, they were relating. They were having sex, and oh Lord, forgive me, I didn't even say that word. Don't come for me, YouTube. Don't strike me. They was, doing the things, and next thing you know, the young lady wound up with HIV. Yes. Yes. So I'm saying if you're going to be promiscuous and you know that this relationship is not working and it's becoming better, and you decide to step out on your relationship because you're so angered and so mad, and you decide that you want to smash somebody, guys, make it known to use a condom, because you never know, in your thought, in your mind, you may want to go back to that woman and try to make it work because you still have care for her. Women, if you go out there because you mad at your man and y'all done broke up for 2-3 days and you done put him out, and you step out of the relationship and you go out there and you want to, have, sex with somebody just to get him back. But in reality, you're only hurting yourself. In reality, you may get your little satisfaction or you may not get your satisfaction. But what comes behind getting and maybe getting your satisfaction? There's all sorts and types of STDs if you are not protecting yourself. Using condoms, making those men use condom. And men, when you enter those women, you use a condom. And women, when that man enter you, you better have knowledge to know enough to make them use them condoms. Some women want to feel the purity of the man. Some men want to feel the purity of a woman. I get that. But with all of these STDs out here, baby, the hell with the feel of the purity. Okay? You just better check and protect that kudina, that tra 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 tra. You better protect it, cause a man knows exactly right away when he's not right down there, because they tend to drip 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 drip. Women, they don't know right away. All of a sudden, maybe a couple of weeks may pass, or whatever the means may be. Then all of a sudden, you're not feeling well down there. You're feeling pain, or you're feeling a heavy. I don't know, because I've never been in that situation. But I'm just telling you, I read a lot, and women may feel some kind of way down there, and then they're like, I don't feel good, or they may develop this foul smell and they don't know why they have this foul smell, and then they go to the doctor, and the doctor says, hey, you need to get your partner in here because you have so on, so on, so on, so on, so on. Now imagine a doctor hitting you with the diagnosis of HIV. You know what I mean? You got to be careful out here, ladies and gents. You got to be careful out here. And when I made that video, when I said, I don't know if you guys have seen that video, when Walter went back to Sin City, do you think that when he was with Nisha, that him and Nisha was smashing? Possibility he was. And if he was, a man of his character, I hope he had sense enough to use a condom. Nisha, if Nisha was letting him smash her and they were, getting down all like that, Nisha, I hope that you had sense enough to make that man use a condom. And then knowing that Walter wind right back up with Sin City. That's why I said, did you guys go to the doctor and you get yourself checked and make sure everything was thorough, complete, and clean? Sin City, when you was in the midst of that man, I can't say if you messed with that man or not. But if you did, I hope you had knowledge enough to use a condom. Sir, if you smashed Sin City, just saying, not saying he did or she did, I hope that you had enough knowledge and sense to use a condom. Because people don't care or give a damn about people's feelings. They don't care. They don't care. It is what it is. You know what I mean? So this is what I mean when this troll in my comment box came in with, oh, you just mad. You just mad because, you know what, you mad because you ain't got nobody, old lady? Hey, baby, let me tell you something. Look at me. I may not be the prettiest thing in the world, but baby, I ain't got no problem finding no mother flipping man. Huh? I'm just going to be mindful, cautious, and damn sure careful of what I meet out here. I'm going to be mindful, cautious, and careful. If I do decide to get me some of that bang-a-lang, I'm going to make them use a schism. They're going to have to use a schism condom. All right? Ain't no feeling the nakedness. Ain't no feeling the purity. Ain't no, bruh. Okay? Because if you can't use it, you can't rock me. You can keep on moving. Going on to the next one. Cause I don't need you not thinking you're going to feel the purity here and wind up giving me some shit that I can't get rid of. All right? So that's what I mean about that situation with Cindy and Walter. Now, again, do I really think that this is a real marriage? I don't know. I'm so confused with that thing. I'm just so confused with that, guys. If it is, it is. If it ain't, which I don't really think, I don't think it's really legit. Just my opinion. I don't know. But there was a real reception, and I don't know. Some things are staged out, act out, and everything. But do they look happy together? My opinion again, no. No, absolutely not. That woman never seems to amaze me. She never has a smile on her face. Yeah. She never has a smile on her face. Maybe because she has the mask on majority of the time. And then another thing I noticed, she hasn't been making any videos. He hasn't been making any videos. Not really, And then the thing that gets me is that when Walter, and I'm going to leave it there, when he had those teeth pulled out, and I was watching a video with him last night, and when he had those teeth pulled out, just like Love and Gossip said, your man wanted some soup. Why couldn't you give him some soup? You go in there and you make him something fried hard, rice. Do you know if one of those little kernels get up in that pocket up there, and that damn rice get up in there, and as that closure start to come, that kernel gets up in there and close in there and causes affection in his mouth. Come on. You know that you don't supposed to eat anything like that. In a few days, sip on some soup, sip on some broth, get some chicken noodle soup. He could just swallow the damn noodles. You know what I mean? But to give him something rough and tough like that, what you were trying to do? You were trying to send this man to the doctor. You was trying to give him dry pockets. You was trying to give him, to get them rice kernels and whatever that else he had on that plate and get up in that hole and just had a teapot. That man struggled to try to eat that food. That man struggled to please her to eat that food. You know what I would have did, God? Let me tell you what I started with that. Just because I think that she was trying to be funny, and maybe she wasn't. I'd have threw the damn food right across the. I'd have threw the food right across the damn camera and say, "What, Cindy? What you doing, Cindy? You trying to kill me? You trying to send me back to the doctor? You know I just got 3 teeth pulled out my mouth, Cindy. Why would you give me this?" I'd embarrassed her right on the mother flipping camera. You don't give that man that type of thing when you get a tooth pulled. When I had my tooth pulled over here, when I had my tooth pulled, it was at least 5 days before I even tried to eat something a little bit, harder. I ate on soup. I ate on soup and crackers. You know what I mean? I didn't go in there saying, okay, I got my tooth pulled today. Let me go in here and fix me some chicken wings. Baby, that man would have got one of them kernels up in there. Not a kernel, one of them rice things in there, in them pockets. Baby. Or he would have wound up with a dry pocket. Oh my God. And I'm just saying, So this is what I'm saying when I come on my channel, when I speak about my topics. I'm going to speak about my topic because it is my channel. And just like my girl Wanda Whitley and my girl Barnett, and they say if you're not interested in the video, or if you don't like the channel, and I'm not talking about my yum-yums. I love my yum-yums. Yum-yums, I'm talking about them ones that be creeping and sneaking in the bushes. You know, in the bushes, trying to find some information to what? Run back and tell somebody? Hey, well, run and tell this. If you're not interested in the channel, click off. Click off. But I just say, don't come in with your discrepancy, throwing some really horrid, negative comments. But your opinion is your opinion. But be nice about it. Say it in a perspective way. Like the girls say,